What? You want to fight crime? Let's get dangerous.
Yes, again, it is showtime, and welcome once again to From a Desolate Small Press Publisher. I'm your host, Joe D. McPhee here. We got pretty much, I'm going to try to make it as much of a laid back show as possible, but we're here nonetheless on this Saturday, a Saturday of exclusives, because we just got through doing our WhatNot exclusive for New York Comic Con with the actual, and here's an empty box of it, an empty box of the, and I could show you that's the empty box of the Marvel Year in Marvel 24 variant box. We sold all of those variant packs as a whole here. I think I have one person interested in wanting the box, but we'll talk to that individual outside of everything here. But that went down today and everything. So before we get into our conversation and the things that you like the most, which is new comic book pickups for the week, let's go ahead and get the business end of things out the way, such as telling you that Stupid O'Clock still happens at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour into our show here, which is followed up by Last Man Standing, where you get a respite into Monday before you have Nevermind the Furthermore on that Monday. And let's not forget about Comic Book Spectrum here on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And it is that time once again for us to go ahead and have the thing that you guys like the most here, which is time for us to do the new comic book pickups for the week here. Unfortunately, I thought I had it queued up, but it turns out I didn't. But here we go. We're ready. We're ready, we're steady, and we're about to get this done here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get new comic book pickups for the week. And here is the new pickups. It's that time again. We got another big box of stuff, so let's get right into it because it is almost time to make that trek to storage. And with this box, it's going to be a doozy here. We want to start off with the series that I've been working on completing, which is all the Birds of Prey. So here we are with the Volume 1 Birds of Prey issue 1. This one is the issue number 1. This one is not in the best condition, but it was given to me for free because it will, the cover is detached and all the other good stuff here. Instead of them just throwing it away, I just went ahead and just took it anyway for free. We got issue number 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, extra size issue number 75, 77, 78, 79, 81, 96, 98, 99, 110, 115, 122, and 124. So that would mean that I would have the greater majority of volume 1. I believe this is volume 2 stuff that I don't have here. And we got a little bit of a chunk. It's still all Birds of Prey. This is issue 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. So that was volume 2, and I think this rest is volume 3. Yep, all of this is volume 3. So issue 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, and 18. And then we got Thor 354. We got our person Hella over here messing around with them. Then we got the 363, which is cursed is on the cover of that one. We got an X-Men 187 again, so that's a extra duplicate. I'm not sure if this is going to go to a Whatnot sale or not, but I know that's an extra. Vampirella Strikes number 2 from the Harris Comics series. Another copy of Spider-Woman number 6 from Brian Michael Bendis, and issue number 7. I think that's the tail end of that series. And then for those Dave Stevens fans, we got the Rocketeer, the movie adaptation of the Rocketeer, which is Dave Stevens here. Actually, this image was used in one of my articles here from Comics Unlimited. So that's a kind of a refreshing thing here. Now, this series is new to me. So, and it's a black and white comic, but the thing about it is that these two covers are really not listed in CLZ. So I had to create it's weird because the series is in CLZ, but these two covers were not. So I had to create entries for this here. And the books I'm talking about is called Dream Angel, the Quantum Dreamer. There's issue number 1. And I let you see the comment here. So there's the reason there why I blocked it out. But it does say you have to buy it in order to see it. And then issue number 2. There's only 2 issues. Dream Angel Quantum Dreamer. Was only 2 issues. But there it is. So we got those going to storage. And we got a whole bunch more. And now the mouse is going to fall off the desk. We got those ready to go. So here we got a lot of series that I didn't think that ended real quick, but then again, Image Comics back in the 90s didn't really follow through on a lot of stuff. So a lot of these titles went only maybe like 2 to 3 issues here, except for this. Glory went, I think, 30 something. But we got more copies of Glory, Glory 5, 6, 7, and 9. And now this is another series that I didn't really hear too much of here. And I believe I'm only missing issue number 2 of this, but we have another title called Dolls. I have never heard of this here, but there's the actual preview for the preview book for it. And then I got 2 different copies of issue number 1 for that series. I don't think it's any good, but I'll probably get around to reading it once I start, like really sitting down and reading stuff in the bigger collection that I haven't read in a while or recently. Another series that I'm not too familiar with is Cybernary. So I got the 2 issues of Cybernary. Well, I think there's 3 issues of Cybernary, but I only got the first 2. This is another series that, Image did. It's just like, I don't know why they don't go the distance here. We got Allegra, issues 1 and 2. Again, another Image series. Another Image series that just, I don't know, just didn't go the distance. Probably didn't have too many people seeing things all the way through. And then we got Cyberella, issue 1 and issue 7. So just for you guys to see the cover so that I can get the glare out. There's issue 1 and issue 7. That one I'm not certain, but if I got these 2, I might think about later finishing that series off. Now here's another series that I heard really don't know too much about, but the weird thing about it is, if I come across an issue 0 for Lethal Strike, I would have the full run. There's Lethal Strike 1/2, and there's Lethal Strike 1, and then the Platinum version of issue number 1, Lethal Strike number 2, and the last issue, Lethal Strike number 3, and then we have a Strike 0. So all of that is from the same London Knight Studios here, dealing with that character. We have the Ghost one-shot up under the Comics Greatest Worlds, Ghost the one-shot here. And then, all things, I have, what's this? This is Glory and Evangeline. Glory and Evangeline, the actual chromium one, the foil chromium one. That one, to me, it was, it's like Image in the 90s. They printed out a lot of different books, but none of them really stuck the landing here. From Caliber, we have the only single issue of Lost Angel, and yes, Lost Angel is only 1 issue long. Same thing with Landra. Landra is only one. Well, Landra Special is only 1 issue long too. So there's a lot of different things that I'm just sitting back scratching my head. It's like there's a lot of titles that were created, but none of them went the distance. And if you notice in the trend, these are majority women-led titles that didn't make it. It comes back down to some of the things that I studied here as far as women-led titles that never got past 100 issues, let alone, at this point, it looks like, let alone past 5. We got Eve, Protomecha. This is only issue number 3. That's another series that, well, this was also Top Cow 2 is involved with, so it's Image Top Cow, so there might be hope for that. Oh, that's a little bit... Okay. I'm not going to worry about that. And then here's another one from Comax that is only a 1-issue wonder. It's called Platinum 44, which is weird in itself. But I have no idea of the story. It was just one of those things that was in the group of books that I got to finish up another collection that I wanted to take care of. And now we're going to get into the tail end of the books that I know for a fact that it just worries me that they only went 1 issue and kind of stopped here. Well, this is definitely one series that didn't. Warrior Aurelia. This is mostly volume 4. So we got from volume 4, issue 19, 20, 21, 22. And then we got the issue number 1 from volume 2. and then the issue number 1 for Rituals. So pretty much that set, that's another series that, if I get around to it, I get around to it. Black Flag is technically, I don't know why they considered this a women-led title, which it is not, but it is. This is issue number 4. I believe that they included it in this set because it's a woman on the cover, not understanding the actual series. I believe Black Flag was more of like a pirate type deal. Uh, we got, I think this is Double Impact issue number 4. So this is a wraparound cover and everything. No, I'm not going to take it out for you can see the full wraparound, but I believe this is issue 4 of Double Impact. Brink of Eternity for Chaos. Again, another one-hit wonder or one-issue wonder. Just kind of makes me wonder what the real deal is, or how much faith people had up in it. Well, the imagery is pretty much self-explanatory why this didn't go no more than 2 issues. Riptide, issue 1, issue 2. I won't say who did these covers because it's quite obvious. And when I look at this one, I was like, okay, a lot of leg, no torso. So it makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. And it's not a dig at the artwork. It's just more of a dig about design, more so than anything else. And then we got the Vogue series, all 3 issues here. So we got Vogue 1, 2, and 3. So again, either one-hit wonders or never got to issue 5 or so. Velocity, which I have read, it was somewhat decent, but again, they just didn't put much behind it. So Velocity 1, 2, and issue 3. So pretty much, and there's still more. And now I could actually say the deed is done, and I'm about to get ready to do it a second time over. About to do this a second time over for this upcoming series. We got more Jaguar issues here. So we got issue number 4. So I definitely got duplicates of this, and then I just recently okayed a purchase to get a full complete run of 1 through 12 just last night here. So that was issue 4. Issue 5, you guys pretty much seen this here. Issue 6, 7, 8, and the one that makes me have at least one complete set of it. There's the issue 9. There's the one that was missing here. Gonna get the glare on it. Issue number 9. The missing issue. Now I can say I have at least one complete set of the title here. Issue 10, and then the annual one again. So we got all of that. And then we got the variant cover. Again, let me take these things off. The variant cover of Hulk number 9. This is, I think that's the Lady Liberators versus Thunderbolt Ross, if I remember correctly. We got Bombshells number 11. Again, I think I'm close to completing DC Bombshells. The adult coloring book variant cover of Superman Wonder Woman. And then books that will probably make, well, where's the rest of them? I know I have more than that. They're just probably out of order, so I'm going to pull that one off to the side here because I know I got more in the stack there. We're getting closer and closer to finishing off this volume of Doom Patrol from Young Animals. So we got issue 7, issue, what's this one? 6. Oh, so they're out of order. So 6, so 6, 7, 9, and 11. That's the Young Animals Doom Patrol. I believe that's volume 4. And then we got from volume 3 another copy of Doom Patrol 1 and Doom Patrol 4, which I know I completed that run of Doom Patrol. Not certain if I have it twice over, but it's this 2. And then if Christine Brunson is watching us here, there's the series. There's the series that she worked on for Alterna. She was the colorist on this, so got an Amazing Age #1. So I do have an excuse now to be like, please sign this. Please sign this. And the only reason I brought Christine name was into the mix here is because she actually does coloring for Amazonia for us. So, you know, I'm showing my support for the people who have worked for me. And yep, here we go. Yep, here we go. This should make Miss Sunstrider happy because I'm finally working on the FF. This run of FF, because to me this is the more weird and quirky version of FF, which kind of gets back to the root, the roots of it being kind of like that weird quirky family. And with Medusa kind of being at the helm, it was definitely kind of like very, very interesting. So we have issue number 5, issue number 7, and issue number 9. And yet there is more. Not a full set, but I think I have a full set with including these 2 in storage. So we got Domino #1 from the first limited series here, and Domino #2. But I think I have all 4 issues of Domino because I know that went a 4-issue set. And yeah, I definitely got a full set of this here. This is Catwoman Volume 1. So we got another copy of issue 1 and issue 3. And yet there are more books because, like I said, this is another one of those boxes that, you know, you just can't leave things alone here. We got another Empress #1. Again, I have to reread this series. I haven't read it. The only thing I remember when it first came out, I bought like a whole bunch of sketch covers, but I didn't remember. I don't remember reading it all the way through, the issue #1 all the way through. Getting closer to having a full set of The Thing, issue number 17 of Thing. We got a full run of Huntress Volume 3. No, yeah, this is Volume 3. So there it is, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. It was only a 6-issue set. Here is issue #1 of what I was told was supposed to be in volume 4, but CLZ has it as a different volume altogether. But issue 1 of Year 1 Huntress. We finally got the second issue of Jupiter's Legacy 2. I'm going to reread this one because Jupiter's Legacy to me is a very weird story, but at the same time, it comes off to me as meh. Got another copy of Mr. Miracle #5 from the, well, I can't even call him the evil one because there's only one evil one. And I still like what he does. And that's Grant Morrison. I have appreciation for what Grant Morrison has done. But this guy right here that wrote this, It's messing up Wonder Woman. So enough said on that. But Mr. Miracle, what he did with Mr. Miracle was pretty good. We got another Amanda Common, Jimmy Palmiotti series here, which is called Super Zero, which they did for Aftershock. JLA number 68. I'm going to put this copy of Empress with the issue number 1, but this is issue 3. Issue 3 of Empress. So we're going to keep that together. Empress 1 and 3 together. And I finally got an issue 2 of Fearless, because last time I believe I showed you guys issue number 1, but we got issue 2 of Fearless now. And now we got a decent run of New Gods from, I think this is the second or third volume of New Gods. There's issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. So that's a decent run of New Gods right there from the 90s. We got, I know I can hear the boos for this already. Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes, issues 29, 35, and 36. I think all those fits into the collection here, because I know I have some Legion of Superheroes in there. Not one of my all-time favorite series, but it's there. It's up there. Well, I forgot I had it. Extra copies of that. But I had to get this in order. I put those with the rest of the things here in a bit. Marvel Divas number 2. We got Catwoman 14. Female Furies number 4, which again, I have a full run of that already. Uncanny X-Men 432, extra copy. All new Captain America, Sam Wilson Captain America, issue number 4. Avengers 34, I forgot which volume. Bombshells United 16. Yes, nice big barter cover. Last Defenders number 1. I think I have getting close to a full set of Last Defenders. Factor X1. Another copy of Magnificent Miss Marvel 4. Legends of Tomorrow number 1, which is based upon the TV series. And yes, it's a prestige format number 1. So this is based off the TV series. New Gods number 10. Flare versus Tigress. 10th Muse and Demon Slayer. Gen 13 number 17, which is one of the ones that were missing in that collection. Super Pro number 2. West Coast Avengers number 2 from the limited series. West Coast Avengers 42. Starfire from the Teen Titans Spotlight number 2. Warlock 10 and 8. I don't know why they were out of order, but there they are. Balder the Brave issue number 2. And then we got Beauty and the Beast issue 2. I believe the only one that I'm really missing out of Beauty and the Beast is probably issue 3 or 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. Getting closer and closer to having a full set of volume 1 of Green Hornet from Now Comics. So that's issue 14. And then we got issue 1 of Bat, Cats, and Cadillacs. A copy of Glory 10. Captain America 407. We got Thing 32, which is an extra, where he actually officially leaves the Fantastic Four for a bit. And issue number 33. And we only have just a couple more books here. Issue number 30 of X Factor, 66, Jughead 234, Power of the Valkyrie number 1 from Arcana Comics, Forever People number 4, Pro Quest number 3 times 2. I got one direct and one newsstand, so that was kind of like a mixed blessing there. The Sketchbook of Wildcat's Adventures number 1, the Further Adventures of Phoenix and Cyclops number 3, so that tells me I'm getting close to that. And then we got the promo book Spider-Man Storm and Power Man, which is the whole thing about smoking. And it is a little bit damaged there, but it didn't cost all that much here. And that's pretty much all the comic books for the pickups for this week here. Like I said, October has been pretty much a very big month for comic book pickups, and all the stuff that's just rolling in here. We're about to get ready to talk about what happened with the WhatNot show for the exclusive year in Marvel 24. So, Joe in studio, take it away. And that be it for all the comic book pickups for right now. Um, as I stated before, we had the whatnot, so we got everything packed up and ready to go for the people who bought the packs from me. And it was a bit weird in that aspect here because after the packs were sold out, nobody bought anything else. So it's one of those things where it's like you have to kind of accept the fact that people were just there to buy the packs, which is all good, said and done. But trust me, with the amount of money that I made off of the packs, it made up for the fact that I didn't sell any other book within that 1 hour time span. So it is what it is. Also, I try to take into consideration of a couple other things for that whatnot show as well. One of the things being that I was short one box, meaning that I asked for three, two came in the mail. I don't know if I was only sent two or was sent three. I probably would need to check with whatnot to find out what my final total was. But either way, I made enough money where that would have been covered. Whether if they said that they sent me three and I didn't get three, or the third box comes in over this next week, it's perfect because everything would have been paid for, and it would be perfect for me because that means I got three extra packs for next week's show if it shows up next week here. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that they sent me three. So that's the cool thing about that. But outside of that, it's just one of those things where, people are on that New York Comic Con hype as of right now. I haven't heard too much. I really haven't heard too much of what was going on behind the scenes at New York Comic Con. I know that Henri Copen is there and he's having a pretty decent time there. I'm not certain about his sales or everything. Uh, I'm trying to get to the point where, it's like if I could participate, online, I'd rather do that here because why? Going to New York is expensive and not really to travel there, but lodging is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous there. It really is. And the last time I actually exhibited in at New York, my hotel room cost more than the booth and one of the tickets to get to New York combined. And that's really saying a lot here. But outside of that, it's what it is here. It's a good fun time here. Talking comics and showing people what you do and everything is good in the long run. But the whatnot sale was pretty decent. The packs went more than what the packs for X Men went for by a mile. It's like almost double. And see, yeah. Oh, by the way, Parallax is here. You know, we were talking while the comic book pickups for the week was going on, and she is one of the moderators for the Whatnot shows here, and she was AWOL, but she was happy to see the outcome of a lot of the stuff here. The hotels are pricing now because they filled them up with illegal immigrants. Wow. So it's even worse now than it was, what, 2016, 2016, 2017. So, you know, almost 7 years ago. So it's probably even worse now. It's probably almost, you know, triple. So it's just weird. Just weird. Yep. It's way worse. Yep. Because like that was the one of the things that if it wasn't for the fact of the hotel, I probably would be doing New York more often. But the you know, for to be in a close by hotel, to be in a close by hotel in for New York Comic Con in the middle of Manhattan, you know, for the cost of the what 5 nights I have to spend there, when you're up here like, man, I'm paying for my booth almost two, you know, almost 1.5 times over. That's a problem. And now I suspect that with what you just said is probably going to be almost 2 to 2.5 times over. It's like, yeah, that's not worth it to me. That's definitely not going to be worth it. But it is what it is. It's just going to be dealt with here. Yeah, like a rinky dink fallaway hotel are like 380 a night. The one that I was in was more upscale, and if I remember correctly, I paid close to like 460 a night for the room. So it was not easy. It's like you don't want to bunk with Beanie. Her butt gets cold, and she should sticks it into you. No, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Not at all. Yeah, if you come to New York Comic Con, I got like I got like 6 grand for flights and you gotta have like 6 grand for a flight, hotel, and booth. That's about how much I paid for the flight. Wasn't all that much. The flight back then was for myself and the fiance was about like $500. The booth then was closer to 3,000. We're closer to 3,000, and when I say closer to 3,000, if I remember correctly, it was like 2,800. So now you can understand how much I paid for lodging for the hotel. And this was supposed to have been a convention hotel, you know, one of the ones that was supposed to be offering a deal. So if I'm paying close to 2,800 for the booth and the hotel was more than the booth, yeah, if not, it was not good. And that was one of the cheaper ones. And that was one of the cheaper ones that was like blocks away from the convention center. Yeah, the flights I don't normally have a hard time finding good prices for flights. It's more like hotels is what really gets me. Yeah, the booths are pricier now, and the hotels are definitely going to be more pricier. Yep, that's the reason why I brought up the whole thing about the 50 pounds for luggage. It's like one of the ones that you check in. It's like if you could figure out a way to pack 50 pounds worth of your comics up in a bag of your inventory in your bag, you should be okay. But nope, I was wrong. Why? Because like I said, I ended up selling out of Amazonia by the time we got to Saturday before 11 o'clock in the morning, which was not a good thing because people were interested in that series. A lot of people were interested in that series at that time. And the cool thing that happened is when I went to Keystone that following year, I had one person that was came to Keystone to say, "Oh, you have issue 4. Cool." So, you know, if I go back, I know there's probably going to be people who probably seen the books before. They're going to see that we have 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, it's going to be kind of nice to meet back up with those people here. But I don't know. It's just like one of those things that as I get closer and closer to retiring from my regular 9 to 5 job, it's going to be one of those things that got to be budgeted and figured out as I go. So outside of that, it's been one of those kind of things here. It's been one of those definitely kind of things here. And for some reason, I was sent something. I was sent the YouTube link where I'll watch it a little bit later. I'll figure that out a little bit more after the fact here. I won't go into too much detail, but let me bring this over here. And I'm up here still constructing pages for Primetime Saturday Night number 5. I am like rendering like page 36 here, but I haven't put all the pages together. So I started back doing that tonight here. And lo and behold, here is page 30 before I could show you. Because again, it's very important for me to show people progress of that we're still working on books more so than anything else. So that's pretty much it is. You were sending me the link to my own show. Really? You are hilarious. Yeah, that's like sending you the link to this show. Right, right. You're gonna send me a link to my own show. As if I was gonna be doing something else and I have to wait and watch for somebody else. Okay. Right. But there it is. This is page 30 here. Page 30, but I got other ones here. So let me do this here since I'm not able to put together actual pages. I could actually show you upcoming panels minus the stuff that you can't see because I don't do spoilers. Me, no spoilers. We don't do spoilers. We don't do spoilers for issues here. Wait, what did it do? Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's it. Panels. We don't want that. I think we did it in P. There we go. There we go. So we're going to show you a whole bunch of panels here. Need to hold my shift key down. Uh, oh, actually, we're we're already working on page 37. So am I saying save? No, I thought I said open. I thought I said open, not save. Open. Thank you. No wonder it was acting all funny. Yeah, like I said, we're going to skip some of these panels here, and we started on page 37 as far as the actual rendering. But we're going to look at some of the panels that's going to be in the pages here. Like I said, we're trying to get all this stuff done, within like the next by the end of this month or beginning of November, before I could get back to drawing Amazonia. Let's see, there's the beginning of page 37, which is the beginning of the second tag team match in the tag team tournaments here, and we're dealing with a lot of the intros here, a little bit of a backstory and everything, you know, talking about the actual people that's going to be in the matches here. And I'm going in kind of like in reverse here. And then we got commentary, they're talking about what happened in, behind, in the backstage interview with Diva Gold here, and kind of like the end reaction here for the match here. And yes, I did put her in a gold suit with kind of like a silver chiffon type shirt here. It's supposed to be kind of like flashy here. I thought it was kind of fitting for the demeanor and everything here for the character. That's how the full outfit looks. And that's the beginning of that here. So pages 31 through 32, I can't show you because that's the end. That's getting close to the end of the match. And I don't do spoilers of who ends up winning what. So this is where we're at over here, which is great and dandy. And I'm seeing more and more people kind of dropping off here. I guess because they're not into the actual publishing side and the creation side here, but that's where we're at on the creating side here. So let's go ahead and get that out the scene here. But outside of that, the books and stuff that were sold today are partially packed up. I just have to print out the labels, do the final wrapping with packing tape to put them in bubble mailers and everything. Out of everything that would sell, only because one person knows me directly, I do have to send one thing to CGC because they asked me to. So I'm sending their one gold book to CGC for them. They're going to pay me for that as a whole. So that's another cool thing about that. But like I said, that's somebody that I know personally that asked me, that bought from me on the WhatNot show. So full transparency. Is not like, the person came out there, won a bid, and I have to send it to CGC. It's like, no, this was after everything was said and done and over with. They reached out to me outside of the show to do that. No, it was not him. Was not him. Actually, Sora did not show up for it, so he wasn't there. He wasn't there. But to keep everybody kind of anonymous, it's somebody that I know from WhatNot that asked me to do that. So I was okay to do that and everything here. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Oh, okay. Cool. So that's what's what here. Outside of that, it's been pretty much a somewhat decent Saturday. I finally moved all the boxes that I haven't sorted through to the front of the storage here. So now I'm going to be getting closer and closer and closer to being done through sorting out everything and knowing exactly what I have and having things in COZ the way. He's just a stinky, stinky silent boy. Okay. Nothing wrong with being silent. It's a lot to learn from just listening. But nevertheless, it is what it is here. I don't think we're going to go beyond the hour mark because we're only like 48 minutes here, and that's pretty much it that I have here. Outside of the new comic book pickups, outside of what I just showed you, what we're doing with Primetime Saturday Night, there's not too much to say here. Outside that, I kind of wished I sold some more books outside of that, but I got those almost ready. I just have to print out the labels and just get everything packed up where I could either get them out the door either Monday or Tuesday here. Preferably, if everything works out right, it'd probably be Monday. So get to the post office, drop them all during my lunch hour, and come back, and be no, hurrying nowhere one way or the other. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Besides, the sooner I get those books out, the sooner I get paid. So that's the major thing here. is get the books out as fast as possible for I can get paid what was done here, and then get ready for next week because we're going to be right back out there on Whatnot next weekend with our normal show here. I got more books to add to the list of stuff that's in there. Uh, Pretty much we got a little bit more variety, not the type of stuff that probably most people would be looking for because it's just odds and ends stuff that got extras of. Some of the stuff like I have like that Shadow, the Star Wars book that I'm going to be is like a Shadows of the Empire book. I think it's like either issue 3 or 2. I'm not certain. Actually, let me take a look here. What did I do with it? Oh, now I can't find it. I said it somewhere and I can't find it off the top of my off the top here. It was sitting over. Is this was this hit here? Nope. That's the other stuff here. I had it sitting right next to that Marvel 24 box, but it's not there right now. So we got Shadow of the Empire book that's coming up for sale here. I added what a Sabretooth #3 and another Marvel book for today's show. So it's going to be more and more books coming from storage uh, that we're going to end up putting out there. I know I got 2 more actually. Well, that's going to get great. I know these two. That one's going to get graded. The Avengers 10 is definitely going to get graded, despite the fact it has like the one crease up in it. But we got some Silver Sable #1s. We got some Silver Sable #1s that's coming to the Whatnot show. We got a Glory 10 that's coming to the show here. The X-Men book, this X-Men book that is not, that's going to be more for grading or just for the simple fact that it's a decent copy here. I can't find that Shadows book. It was just sitting right there, just like how these books were sitting there. But nevertheless, we got books coming onto the Whatnot show that we're either going to be doing for low start prices, like $1 starts. Like for example, the Silver Sables will be $1 starts here. They're not like overly sought after here. And there's Sora. It's like no Sora here, just random stranger. Yep, random strangers are always welcome too. They're welcome too. And she's just laughing. But yeah, we got a lot more stuff coming to Whatnot. I mean, I'm not one of those types of spec dealers or anything. Like I said, I'm more or less of a comic book publisher. I wish people would take more interest in the books that I sell, for I could sell them those more often than anything else. And it gives me motivation. It gives me more motivation to actually get more of my work done faster than anything else. But right now, everybody wants, the higher spec stuff like the like these X-Men packs and the Marvel packs, which is good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or it's not good for us who have our own books. The only thing I was really getting at is like, sometimes we have to compete for eyeballs, and it's kind of like one of those things of, if we could have eyeballs on our stuff too, it would be nice. So that's the key thing here. So, yep. So pretty much you're going to see 2 Silver Sable #1s and a glory in the next feed here, plus a couple other books. See, that's going to bother me. Where did I do with that? What did I do with that book? Oh yeah, I forgot about these two. So we're going to have a Batman Brave and Bold coming to the show. Wildcats #2 coming to the show. As much as I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to have a Batman versus Predator #1 coming to the show. So we got books. We got books that we're going to bring in to have a different variety here. It seems like Not everybody are going to be into the same type of main stuff that I'm in that I could help fill their collections, but all the odds and end books that I really don't give a care about, that I really don't. I see query. Do you open any of the packs? Only upon request. If they ask me to open it, I am forced to open it. If that's what you're asking about the Marvel 24 and the X-Men. I do have to ask the Ripper ship. That's what they want me to do. If yes, what did you get? That Doom Silver does look awesome. I saw a Prism Doom, and that kind of confused me because the Prism Doom looked more like a Silver Doom, to be quite honest here, and that kind of bothered me a bit that the that those Dooms kind of looks too similar. And yeah, books do look too similar as far as this was concerned here because I saw the regular blood hunt, a a gold one, and the gold was only different because of the background foil of like the flames in the city. It's like you had like the normal darker blue foil in the regular one, but the gold one actually has the gold foil there. But if you don't pay attention to the gold foil, you would be like, why are they the same book? It didn't look too much different, other than the fact that one had gold foil and the other one didn't. So those are the types of things that we gotta kind of like pay attention to when doing these things. But it's just weird in the bigger aspect of everything. And if you're wondering what I'm erasing, I'm just using, as those who know me, I'm actually using the Fallout eraser on a couple of these bags here, just to get stuff off of the bags. But it is what it is here. That's what it looks like here. Yeah, I missed your WhatNot show today. Glad that you sold stuff. Yeah. The Dune covers are big right now. Yeah, that's because everybody's doing the whole Robert Downey Jr. type deal, because now they're hyped up because Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom, and now Doom is really ultra popular at this point in this juncture. So yeah, Doomazonia, make a Doomazonia variant. Why would Elisa Masters wear a Doom armor? That would be interesting. Why would I have her in Doom armor? I got to think about that one, because I'm up here. It's like her and Doom armor. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's like they would. That's like, yeah, they were done like the Silver False. Yeah, I wish they would have did it that way, but that's not how they did it. That's not how they actually did it. Hey, I'm disinfecting as I'm getting the markings off too. You know how things go with this eraser. But saying all that to say, now I'm saving my fingers because now I'm using a pen top to kind of like help with the scrubbing. But yeah, Halloween party. Yep, Halloween party. No, well, that's not a Halloween. It wouldn't be a Halloween party just for the cover. I don't know. I know I should not be showing you this, but through the good graces, this is the book that I promised that I would send to CGC for the one individual. So that's what a gold Ultimate Spider-Man looks like. So that's what the one thing that was won this one. He ended up getting a gold. So that's the one that I'm sending to CGC for him. So I have to do that invoice here shortly because I have to do this show. But I have not seen a red foil as of yet. So I don't know what the red foils look like. I saw like I said, I saw a gold, a gold blood hunt. I wasn't impressed with it. The prismatic doom was I found interesting. If that was truly a prismatic doom, because the two dooms that was in the pack, I believe one was a silver, one was either had to be a silver, and the other one is the prismatic, or one was the standard regular everyday old cover, and he ended up getting a silver one. But it was kind of hard to tell because both covers had silver in it. So one would have like the prismatic effect with the other colors up in it, and the other one was just plain like grayish silver. So it was weird. So yeah, it's like I knew it would be an Ultimate Spider-Man that had the bid for the hotcakes. Yep, yep. Because again, everybody likes Spider-Man. I don't fault people for liking what they like, but it was kind of cool to see, early on in people buying stuff that people were hitting like, certain goals. We had a couple we had really a lot more people hitting silvers than golds, but we only had the one plus prismatic, and two people decided not to have theirs open. So we have like two people receiving an unopened pack. So we don't know what's in their packets here. So I mean, but it's all good. This to me is like, the actual hunt itself. It's fine. But anyway, that's the real reason why, doing these shows are kind of fun and whatnot. I shouldn't keep saying advertising the platform the way that I'm doing, but it is what it is. And I got people constantly texting me, knowing good and well that I'm on a live stream show. But it's kind of one of those things where we gotta do what we gotta do. So I can't respond back because I'm talking to you guys here. Funny how folks are going for go how funny how these folks are going for $100, but then Skybound reprint foils for retail. Yeah, Doom Azonia, I'm here for this. So everybody wants me to do Elisa in the Doom costume. Cause I'm gonna find a classic Doom armor and see if I could design it where it's nice for her. It may take me a while, and if I do it as a custom cover, because I do still have. Matter of fact, I know I have a sketch cover behind me for Amazonia behind me. If I do it, I don't know. That might be a if I do put it up for sale, it might be close to like a $70-$80 cover. Just before I actually decide to if I'm going to Prismacolor it or not, because that's not an easy thing to really do. Doomazonia, yeah. No, she could be busting out of the Doom costume. Then what's the point? To me, that would be like, what's the point? 'Cause I was thinking more like how Valeria was Doom, and that her cut like her custom Doom outfit. It would be one for Elisa that would be custom. And there we go. There we go. That looks. You gotta tell me that does look pretty. That will be coming to WhatNot here. Probably for our next show, because I just have to make certain that I actually actually put this in the inventory as an auction item. I'll probably do this as a $3 start on the Batman Predator one for a $3 start. I mean, I try to be fair. I try to be as fair as I can with these books because again, they're in my collection. I'm not trying to really make a profit out off of them per se. I just want to make certain that they get a good home and just especially since I know I'm not going to be up here trying to reread them and I'm not trying to do X, Y, and Z here. Everybody up here like do it. Be like the gauntlet doesn't fit. It's like have like a her trying to put on one of the gauntlets and the gauntlet doesn't fit. She can't even get like two of her fingers inside the gauntlet and whatnot and be like, oops. I don't know that I don't know. I could have fun with it, but I just know how I am when it comes to trying to do custom covers. It's more about finding the right research to get the Doom armor correct here, because it's not just about doing it's not just about drawing what you want. It's about being accurate too. That people cannot mistake what you're trying to do as a whole. Yep, this is saving my fingers a lot of grief here with the Fallout eraser. But outside of that, what other covers y'all do you guys think I should do as custom covers? Since everybody wants me to go back to penciling again, because I know I have to do that soon when I start the actual issues, and I have to get my groove back because I know I haven't. Well, technically, I've been kind of like sketching on paper towels, but that doesn't count. This stuff don't count. These sketches don't count. This is just fun bullshit. That's on, and yeah, it's literally on a paper towel. Just beat bullshitting around, not trying to be serious and whatnot. But yeah, that doesn't, stuff like that don't count. But I need to really get back to like focusing in and getting better at the craft and giving people what they want who love modern comic art and not the retro stuff that I like or the retro style that I actually prefer to draw in. So everybody keeps saying do it. No, if I do it, the question here is, will people buy it? Matter of fact, no, it's not handy. That's not handy. Anyway, a little bit of water, save the windpipe a little bit. But outside of that, what other so-called ideas that you think I should do as a sketch cover? Because I have done cosplay covers where Elisa was like Big Barter from Bombshells, and she was what Jasmine, and I can't even think of the other one from Total Drama Island that loved Cody. She was both of them. I did a Marilyn Monroe version of her twice. I mean, it's different stuff that I have done, as far as custom sketch covers. I mean, I need to get back to them, but it's been a bit. But I'm just waiting to see what you guys think here. If not, if there's not any more comments, I'm probably going to call it a day here. I'm up here, here to talk to you guys more so than anything else. I mean, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about, unless you guys want to talk about other stuff that's going on whatnot, or things that's happening as a whole outside of the normal stuff. Yeah, this is the way that I need to do it from this point forward, because it's definitely saving my fingers. My fingers are not getting dirty. So, and I'm also noticing a lag here too with my camera, so which means that for some reason I'm not getting a good, if I could say, bandwidth to stream with, because I'm noticing the lag and stuff, at least on my end, where it's kind of like freezing every now and then. So let me know if it's freezing and whatnot. Everybody keeps saying do it. Everybody wants me to do a at least a Masters Doom custom cover. Okay, if I like I said, if I do it, if I do it, if I put it out there for sale, it's not going to be cheap. But I will do that. I will do that. I will show progress. So you guys got to remind me here. And besides, that would get me off of the hook about the other thing here, which I still haven't really gotten the blank cover for. And that is the Baroness one. Actually, I probably have more fun drawing Elisa as the Baroness than anything else, but that's a whole different story. But everybody wants Doom, so I'm going to do Doom. See, now the back kind of looks dirty. The back looks a bit dirty. But nevertheless, it's off of there. So that's two books that are ready to take pictures and everything of, and to have bag and board and ready to go. So we'll be ready for next week. Hopefully, we have be ready for next week to have the variety of stuff that people can ask about and look for. But right now, I'm just kind of in that mode of, you know, I'm not like a collector of everything, but I really wish that sales were a lot better and I could get more and more people into the books that I create. That's the thing, I'll constantly think about is better marketing for your own product as opposed to selling already established stuff. Established stuff pretty much sells itself as long as you have it in great condition. But the stuff that you work on, your projects, the things that you're most proud of as far as creating, those are hard to sell to other people because it may not be something that they think that they want at the time, or have an inkling to really get into. And it's just a matter of figuring out a way to not just convince them, but to share your enthusiasm for it. Just like how I try to share my enthusiasm with good Wonder Woman books, or good books that I have read. It doesn't have to even be with women-led titles. It's just more along the lines, if I read something good, it's worth the while. It's like one of the things that I would tell people about now that might not be in their wheelhouse is that ask me about Do a Powerbomb. That, surprisingly enough, won a Eisner, and it was a very good read. And people got upset about Do a Powerbomb because it wasn't 100% solely about wrestling. It was more about the story behind the scenes, dealing with the lives of individuals who were in the industry and how it affected a father and daughter to a greater degree here. but I'm not going to give away that story. So pretty much, if you have not read Do a Powerbomb, I suggest that you grab a copy and read it. It is a worthwhile read. It is about 7 issues long, if my memory serves correct. And like I said, the only one quirky thing that I didn't like about it was how they kind of got to the point to resolve the whole story. How they resolved it wasn't bad, but it was kind of like, well, if the guy could have did that all along, why have this tournament type deal? So it's a worthwhile read. It's really a worthwhile read. So it's something that once you read the end, it can bring tears to your eyes. It can, because the very end, the very final scene was worth it. It paid off at the very end, and it resolved the inner conflicts to all the characters. But nevertheless, that's the way things should happen, and that's how you could tell a mark of a good story, because everything pans out in the end. Yep, yep. The Fallout eraser never fails. So I could take pictures of all these books minus the two that I might send in. I'm gonna wait for having to have the money to send those 2 books in. But on that note, what? Okay, fine. I'm going to do the stupid custom cover. I will do it. I still prefer if we're doing a different character, but I will do a Doom. Or as you call it, Doomazonia. And if I feel up to it, I might do both versions. The one that I want to do and the one that you guys want me to do where the armor doesn't fit. It would be funny. It would be funny, but I have to the one where the armor doesn't fit would take me some time here. But outside of that, you guys got anything else that you want to talk about here before I close out the show? It looks like you guys are being quiet now, which is weird because I've been up here looking at the comments like, oh, they got quiet all of a sudden, so they must be plotting. Must be plotting a lot. That plus, I also need to stop buying so many books too because I need to catch up on other things and other stuff is about to become due. So it's going to be one of those types of deals here. But nevertheless, what do you mean not weird? We're plotting against you if you don't do the Doomazonia. Fine. Fine. So you gave up on your quest for the second half with that GI Joe, or you're just going to be happy with whatever Eric does for you. If that was the case, I'd be like, "Yep, I'm cool with that." You'd be happy with what Eric does for you. So yeah. So everybody wants me to do Doomazonia. So I know I have that. So I have the sketch, uh, the blank sketch cover somewhere around here in this group of stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I saw. Yep. I was right. Shells of the Empire 2. That's coming to WhatNot. So there it is. So we got that. We got Silver Saber 2, 6, and 7 also coming to WhatNot. I just have to get all the photos and stuff done for that and everything here. That needs to be shredded, by the way. So yeah, we got more and more books coming here. Yeah, Eric would do it for me. So I'm off the hook for that one. Yeah, it's like you gotta have to take a break from buys too. Gotta move and get situated. Yeah. If you're definitely moving, you don't need You don't need, every time you turn around when you get into your new place, ding dong, here's another box of comics. Ding dong, here's another box of comics. It's like I haven't got settled in. I don't know where everything's supposed to go as of yet. And you still have boxes upon boxes upon boxes to go through, and it seems like it's a thing that never ends as far as getting settled. So yeah, you don't need to do that as a whole. But outside of that, I think you guys gave me my mission here. My mission is to do a Doomazonia. Matter of fact, here, let me see something. Let me see something. I'm about to do the whole old school Fire Marshal Bill Burns. Let me show you something. See, that's a Doom bot, but I just want the armor itself. So what I'm doing now here, and for those who are up here figuring out what we're talking about, they're up here asking me to do a Doomazonia, do Elisa Masters for my series in Doom armor. So what we're looking at is Doom and trying to find kind of like more of a layout of the armor itself. Because according to this, it's like the Doom armor is kind of like how Iron Man's armor is. So that's how it looks. So the belt wouldn't fit. She couldn't get most of her arm into the gauntlets and whatnot. The knees and the leggings don't fit. But I need better pictures than this. But this gives me an idea of what the armor. I know what the armor looks like. I just need more detailed pictures of how everything lines up here. And it doesn't like really show more so than anything else. And this is like the Marvel website for this to be shown at. So this is from the actual Marvel universe here. So that illustrate the pieces inside of the cloak. So it would be like, so this goes a long way of helping me determine for, oh, she doesn't fit in the armor type deal. I keep forgetting he does have a pistol by his side too. I call it a pistol. It's some, I forgot what the name of the actual gun is. There's another kind of like tech picture of that. And it's like, yeah, you're probably be one of my last big buys for a minute here if you get your last. Yeah, exactly. You got enough to pay. Oh, don't tell me about paying off Evil Randy. I'm still behind several hundreds of dollars with Randy, and I'm supposed to be getting paid this week, so I'm going to knock that even down further. He's a Mazda. Yeah, he covered the covered holster like Indy. Yup. We all owe evil Randy. We should kidnap him. Why should we kidnap him? It's like only thing that would do is just make Michelle applaud. She'd be go like, "Yay, I'm free." No, I think she actually would miss him. See that? See, this armor is a little bit different here. So this is like the newer armor for like the video game and whatnot. Yeah, Alex Maleevy's version of that armor. And he does have different versions of that armor. But I like the classic look a little bit better. See, that one not so much. That one not so much, but that one, is what we know Doom for is the classic look, the classic the classic knight armor. Everybody's still laughing about what we said. It's like, yeah, we have no more stuff to buy. Yeah, then we'll have no more stuff to buy. Exactly. Or Michelle would have to sell everything. Oh, that's the messed up thing here. I'm showing you guys these armors and everything, and you guys were not seeing what I was seeing here. There's the Alex Maleevy armor, which I don't want. I don't care too much for because it's too simple of a design at when it fit. But that's the Marvel Universe version of it, which makes kind of sense to actually kind of replicate that aspect of it because it's Iron Man based. I know it's Iron Man based. Yeah, again, it's all Iron Man based. I know that. That's history. That's his. Well, yeah, that is true history. That is true history behind all of that here. But that's what I will be up against trying to do the Doomazonia. See, I like the engraving on that for his cloak, and then that kind of proves that it's based upon Iron Man armor because of the center there for the gold armor. But nevertheless, that's pretty much what we're up against if we're going to do the Doom armor. And I have to do the actual, yeah, there we go, game rants, Doom, Iron Man versus Doom. You know what? This is the other thing that I need to look up real quick too. So let me go ahead and do that. I don't want articles, I want images. Okay, that was somebody's rendition. So that just only shows her in the cloak. I could have sworn that there was one where she was actually in the full armor. I think I still have that issue somewhere around in stores during the Claremont days of Fantastic Four. Half of the armor because she's not in full armor. People sending me pictures. And nobody snooping on my Facebook page to see what was going on there first. So we're going to do it this way here and then come back to it. So in a recent Fantastic Four, she wears the Doom armor. Waiting for it to load here. No, oh, you sent me a poster for the whatchamacallit. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about two different things here. See, that's getting closer. See, that's getting closer to her being in full Doom armor, just to get an idea. No, that's going to be kind of like the closest thing that we have here. Yeah, what you sent me on Facebook was not what I thought it was. No, I read the title. I read the title about the Doom Bro Massacre Party. I read that part, but that's still not anything dealing with what we're discussing here with the with getting the Doom armor on Elisa Masters here. So I'm seeing stuff like this. It's like, okay, that's the closest one that we have that she's almost completely in, and then that was the specialized stuff that they had back at the time that I knew about Valeria Von Doom here. Let me try this one more time. So that's a particular variant. So that's a variant of Valeria Von Doom, or at least the armor that this one artist did. Interesting that this does not even remotely look like a Doom-esque type classic armor. This is somebody else's rendition. This is also somebody else's rendition of it, of what it would be like for her to be in the armor. I'll figure something out here. I'll definitely figure something out. But nevertheless, we're going to bring this show to a close because that way Parallax could still have part of her Saturday still left, even though it'd be a little bit less than 20 minutes of that Saturday. People like Don and everybody else can have Saturdays to also soar. So I will thank everybody for showing up today. Thank everybody who participated in the WhatNot show. I do appreciate, selling all 6 of those packs here. And we'll be back on WhatNot next weekend with more books. Hopefully, if we do get a third pack of the Marvel 24, we'll do those then, plus some of the other books here. And we hope that we see you either on that WhatNot show or back here Saturday with more comic book pickups for the week, plus another topic outside of being on WhatNot, right here on Front of Dust of a Small Press Publisher. Until then, live life, grow, and be well. And we are out of here. See you next week. Bye, everybody.